What's going on YouTube? Jedi270 here from AirsofttRX. As I said earlier today in another video of a sneak peek, we're going to be reviewing the Umarex H&K Usp 45 CO2 airsoft pistol. And I got to tell you, I didn't have really high hopes for this pistol. And I've passed it up carrying it for almost 2 years. And I got to be honest with you, for 2 years that I've worked with Umarex, we've had stellar success with them. A lot of people talk a lot of crap about Umarex. So when I was deciding which gun I wanted to test for possible inclusion in the website and making available to you guys, I wanted a gun that was efficient, that did what it was supposed to do, and I wanted a gun that just about any of you guys could afford. There are Springers out there in the same price range as this gas pistol. Now this pistol does not have blowback. Is that a draw? Well, for some people that's a drawback, okay, but you have to consider that you use your gas in your mag to cycle your slide. Yeah, it's an added realism and it's pretty cool to rack the slide back and so forth, but it's not really necessary, and especially if you're wearing the cheaper cross-draw vests, a heavier pistol will pull on that holster and it'll flop about a little bit, but you don't have that with this gun. H&K is a stellar manufacturer in my opinion of like SMGs. The 416 is the M4 variants. Those are awesome guns. I am not a huge fan of the USP line. I never have been. I know some ratchet head out there is going to give me a bunch of crap and say, oh, well, the SEALs carry it, so you should. No. I'm an American citizen and I have my opinion. And let me tell you how this opinion, however unfair it may sound, was formed. A number of years ago, one of the training officers in the department, we were out on the range qualifying, and I was qualifying with my SIG P220, okay, in 45. And he had the USP in the 40. And he goes, hey man, check out this new HK pistol. And I'm like, ooh, HK, let me see it. So he hands it to me, and I grab a hold of it. Hear that rattle? Okay. This is what made me laugh. This gun is so realistic, they've even got the signature H&K rattle. I turned around, I handed it back to him and said, ah man, I don't want to shoot it. Well, guess what? Arguments ensued. I mean, my thing is, if you've got a rattling slide on the gun and the tolerances are not that tight, that telegraphs to me that eventually there's going to be problems. And if I'm going to pay upwards of $800–900 for a pistol, or now they're a little bit cheaper, I guess they're what, around about $400 to $500, somewhere around in there, $600 or $700, I don't know, because I don't look at them. But the pure and simple fact of the matter is, if I don't like it, I don't have to spend my money on it, I don't have to shoot it, I don't have to touch it. But the reason I got this one was there's a lot of H&K fans out there, and I'm happy for you. And there's a lot of you guys out there that want a good sidearm but don't want to spend a buttload of money. Now, one of the pluses to having a non-blowback system is, one, you're saving on gas, and two, there's less moving parts to foul up and cause you trouble later on down the line. I will start using this along with my Desert Warrior. I actually do like this gun. The grip of it, it's going to take some getting used to. I'm used to my SIG fitting along with my hand where it feels like it's one with my hand, and I don't get that feeling here. It's kind of like when you buy a new baseball cap and you've been wearing one for like 10 years, you put a new one on, you're like, ugh, well, you got to get used to it. So it's just going to take me getting used to it. Now let's talk about the packaging. This is the second Umarex gun that I've reviewed, and almost every one of their pistols come in the blister pack, to include their MP7s come in a blister pack. Now the drawback to this is, a lot of us airsofters get a new gun, we use it for a while, we keep the box looking nice and clean and uncreased or damaged, and then we can sell it, and the next guy gets it, feels like he's getting a new gun. You just can't do that with these unless you hang on to this and you make your cut along the seam to where it can be put back in and taped back down. That's a plus. But it's just the box. The box doesn't perform in the game. What comes in the package? Well, you get your typical propaganda envelope, which Umarex gives you a Ziploc baggie to put all their stuff in. And this is going to take me real quick. We're going to look at these cards, okay? you get your propaganda card. This is the HK MP5K PDW. I can't wait to shoot this. I bet it's totally freaking awesome. On the other side, you have the Umarex Steel Storm. It shoots steel BBs. You can't compete with steel BBs, but it's nice to have since it has a 6-round burst, which is cool. Okay. Now, this is your do not return this product to the store if you have a problem card. This is one of the cards you need to hang on to because it's got important information such as the contact number and the website that you need to go to in case you run out of warranty. Now, I might be mistaken, but I believe this thing has a 30-day warranty. Okay, so if you order this from me at AirsofttRX, granted the website's not up yet. Like I said, we've had some issues from Menace that are monetary issues that I need to take care of before I spend the money to put RX online. So until I get that ironed out and go through all this stuff and what caused it done, then that's where we're at. But you can still email me at airsoftrx@gmail.com and you can pick this gun up for $45. $45. It's incredible at that price range. I've seen Springers that are crappy guns go for that much money. And this thing is just, to me, it's just a good buy, okay? Now, also in here you have your gun registration card, okay? You need to fill this out. The serial number has the phone number down at the bottom, and you need to include your original store receipt if you buy it from like Dick's Sporting Goods or something, or your bill of lading or your shipping from me or Evic or Airsoft GI or even Mil-Spec if he even does that. But you need to keep that original receipt and staple it to this. Keep this so you know what you're doing and put everything together. Now, if you buy this gun from me, I have a 24-hour dead on arrival guarantee, which basically means if you contact me 24 hours after your gun is shipped, all right, and I'll get this by going back through the tracking, and I'll know that if it's the next day or whatever day it got there. If it's found on dead on arrival, then I'll tell you, hey, you know, send me all this information. I'll get in contact with Umarex and make sure that they hook me up, and then I'll send you a new gun, and then I'll get Umarex to send me a new gun, and I'll take care of all the hassle for you. But if it's past 24 hours, you're in your 30-day warranty, you need these cards. Okay? Now, you also get your nice little manual. This is basically like a brochure, and it's in, I believe, Spanish and English. Tells you how to clear jams, tells you about the fixed hop-up. Now, a fixed hop-up is not a horrible thing because I'm telling you, this thing is dead on balls accurate. It's a tack driver, and I absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed shooting this gun. I absolutely love it. And one thing about me, and I don't care what anybody else tells you, I do not sell junk. I refuse to sell junk because why would I want to sell you something that's going to tear up on you in a couple of days and then I have to deal with putting it in a boneyard, or I have to deal with getting rid of it, or I have to deal with fixing it. There's no sense in that. So I just cut out the BS from the beginning and I don't sell crap. This is why I got this gun in to test it to make sure I wanted to carry it. And I wanted to carry this gun because I wanted to carry one that you guys could afford off your grass cutting money or your paper route money. You know, not having to throw a lot of money behind a sidearm that you hardly ever use if you're that type of person, and give you a stellar gun. Okay, so this thing is awesome. Also in your package you get your Allen wrench that's used for taking out the bottom of the magazine there to get to your CO2. Alright, and they send you a little pack of BBs. And everybody on YouTube, I don't care what gun it is or who manufactures it, like puppets, they say, don't use these BBs, they'll mess up your gun. That's pure BS in this case. There are some China clones out there that will tear your gun up. But then again, if you shoot by that little sample pack of BBs, that's still not enough BBs to even begin tearing it up. If you continue to use them at will, that little sample pack's not going to hurt your gun. But these are Umarex BBs. They're triple polished. They're perfectly spherical in shape, and they're perfect weighted. There's nothing wrong with these BBs. Fire away with them, okay? Just blaze away. Now we got all that out of the way, let's talk about the pistol. Now, the magazine. The magazine is solid polymer to include the small screw at the bottom for inserting your CO2. It is a 16-round single stack magazine, and this little spring right here, is really loose, so there's not a whole lot of having to dig your finger in there to hold it. Just drop your BBs in here and they'll all slide down perfectly, and you're good to go. Now, how efficient is it? Well, this is the first CO2 cartridge, and this is a Crossman that I got in here because I forgot to order some last week. So I just went to Walmart and picked up a 15-pack, and this is the first CO2 cartridge. Before I did the chronograph, I fired 32 rounds through this gun. Did the chronograph twice at 16 rounds each, so that's another 32 rounds. So that's, what, 32 and 32 is, what, 64?
Yep.
64 rounds were fired through this, and there's still gas in it. Okay, now, if you notice when I was shooting it in the chronograph outside, it's not a very loud pistol, but it's forcing a lot of air out of the end of this gun. It's incredible. I wish I could tear it down and look at the piston in there and the O-rings, because I'm pretty sure they're really nice. Now, the gun itself is constructed 100%, with, except for the internals, out of polymer. Now, this is not an ABS. This is straight polymer. Okay, it's awesome material. Now, is it infused with nylon? No, it's not. But it is a harder form of ABS with a nylon dust included, which makes it the polymer. You have nice stippled grips. Now, if you'll notice, being Umarex, having the worldwide license, you have H&K Usp there. You have H&K, let me get the light right, Usp there. And then, of course, Umarex has to put their paragraph and warnings. I don't know if we can get this off or not. I'm damn sure going to try, because it just uglies the gun up, and I don't like it. Right there it says Made in Taiwan. The orange tip is completely removable. I'll put a little hot water right there and just pull it right on off and loosen the glue. This side, it says caliber 6mm BB. And then stamped deeply into the slide is H&K Usp. Now, as I said before, this is a fixed slide. It does not blow back, and you can't pull it back at all. And it is double action only, okay, which means you're going to get this on every pull. I would say that the trigger breaks at about 3 to 4 pounds. It's a nice, clean trigger pull. Your safety is right there, safe and fire, similar to the action on a 1911. Can you tear it down? Well, we'll find out later on as I own it, but right now I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but we'll check it out and see. And as you can see, it has its unique serial number underneath the rail system, which is non-removable for putting lasers and tack lights. You all know, if you've known me long enough, how much I really enjoy tack lights. They're a very useful tactical tool, and I believe that everybody should have a tack light on their primary as well as their secondary. Now, another thing is, this is made 1:1 to scale of the actual USP 45, which means you can go to your local sporting goods store and buy a Kydex holster from Uncle Mike's, or you can run a Phobos Roto holster that, as long as it says it fits a USP 45, your gun will fit in there like a glove. You also have the signature H&K widened out trigger guard, and a huge, plenty of room for running with gloves right here. It's a nice pistol. Your back strap is checkered very deeply. Your front strap, same thing. Folks, this is an awesome little pistol. Now, if you notice, like I said, when we did the chrono outside, that it wasn't that loud. Alright, but I'm going to fire a couple of drive shots for you, and you'll see how loud it is indoors. Whoop. Help if I put the mag in. So it's pretty loud indoors, not that loud outdoors. Nice little gun, like I said, it's well worth the $45 from AirsofttRX. I don't know what the other guys sell them for. Then I'm saying the $45 off the top of my head, but I will be competitive with everybody else. The shipping on this gun will probably be around about $12, and I have to charge shipping. Why? Because they charge me to ship it. Okay, so if you go over a certain amount with AirsofttRX, then I will do free shipping. Okay, and I'm thinking about with Menace we did over 100. I'm thinking over $100, then you'll get free shipping on this gun. But this gun is, like I said, $45. It's a nice pistol. It's a good weight. It won't go in a cross draw and flop around, all that weight hanging off of you. It won't tire you using it. It has a good weight and balance. It's just an awesome little gun. I absolutely love it. And for this price, you can't beat it. Fully licensed by Heckler & Co. This is the Umarex USP 45 CO2. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, Jedi 270 here. We're going to chronograph the Umarex USP 45 with the Extratech 3200. And let's see what we got. Yep. 315.9. 370.6. Can you see the 370? Yep. Just carve it back. 351.3. Got it. 371.9. Got it. 356.2. Clear. Got it. 350.5. Hang on. Oh man. Got it. 346.7. Got it. 338.3. Got it. 336.4. Got it. 338.6. Got it.